And what's up, Heat Seekers? My name is Joe Otis from joeislit.com, and welcome to this week's edition of Lit Picks. I'm here in the studio once again with my partner, the one and only Mike Costello. Mike, how you doing?
I'm doing swell. Uh, Kind of a good week last week for the both of us, but unfortunately, I came up a little bit short. But not my fantasy team. That one came up
Oh,
pretty well.
Mike, you got the big win. You beat me really bad, but I defeated you in Lit Picks, 19-7. And I think your biggest problem with this, Mike, is that you, for whatever reason, you don't like to risk it to get the biscuit.
I did last week. It just didn't work out as well for me. I remember I took Washington and Dallas. I took a couple last week, but it just didn't seem to work out.
You don't really like to take the underdogs. You'll take them with the points, but you never take them outright. I don't understand that.
I don't know. It's a points game. I'm just trying to go for the twos, and apparently, I'm not a very good 3-point shooter. I'm not a very good basketball player at all. So I can't, and I'm not very good at math. So I guess this is a very tough game for me. So,
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Mike. I mean, I've ditched the King Kong water gallon drinking for this week. I got my Coors Light Final Four glass that I love. These are the best to keep your drinks cold. Got a nice fresh Coors Light. It's freaking Friday night, guys. Let's get excited. The weekend is here. We have the one and only hottest show on Friday nights back, Lit Picks. I'm psyched. And let's bring it up to NFL Week 9. The chat is very quiet so far. Let's see what they have to say. If you're 5 minutes early, then you're 10 minutes late. Don Knigley had an O-line meeting. That's funny. Any later, and it would be Saturday morning is a good day for football. Comedian, funny guy.
our trend seems to get later and later when we start.
Time is more valuable resource than money. Once lost, it can never be replaced. Whatever you say. I'd like to thank the viewers for tuning in this week. I really do appreciate you, and I appreciate the comments coming in. But once again, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you have any questions, just leave them in the chat. Me and Mike will get to your answers. If you have anything funny to say, if you want to make fun of my stupid hat with the A's, you can do that. If you think they suck, the A's were the hat my son picked out for me today. So that's what I'm going with. Let's go over the rules real fast. If you pick the underdog outright, you get it 3.5. If you pick underdog, we're going to start that again. Hold on. If you pick the underdog outright, it's 3.5 points and up, you get 4 points. If you pick the underdog outright, it's 3 points and less, you get 3 points. If you pick the game spread or over under, you get 2 points. And picking the favorite will get you 1 point. Yeah, you can actually go to CVS for that. That's a good hat. Reminds me of the Post 31 hat. That is cool. Who the hell is this?
Don't click it.
Okay.
Why would you click it?
He goes, well, who is this?
Uh-huh.
Oh, well. Yeah, at least you have a viewer that's sending the spam in our freaking comment section. I love that. Bob Ziegler and the Babe Ruth 13-year-olds. Send me the number of your barber, Kaz.
My wife.
His wife's number. Well, that's cool webcams. I mean, if you want to use a webcam, I don't get any profit from that, but, you know. Let's start with the first game. It's the Denver Broncos, who are 4-4 after beating the football team last week, taking on the Dallas Cowboys, who are 6-1. And let's get this lovely background up for our NFL Week 9. The game will be live from AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The Cowboys are coming off of a Sunday night football victory over the Minnesota Vikings with Cooper Rush as a quarterback. I believe Dak Prescott is back this week. So my selection for the game is I think that the Cowboys are going to make short work of the Denver Broncos this week. And I think that they're going to win outright, of course. And I don't mind them covering the 10 points. So taking the Cowboys minus 10, I can see them winning like 50-30, something like that. I think this is going to be a very high scoring game. And I think that Dak Prescott's going to take that week off that he had last week and the prior weeks before when he was on the bye. He's going to use those to get himself healthy. They're going to win big. I like the Cowboys minus 10. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, I think they are going to do pretty well too, and that's why, like I said, Denver won last week. No, did they? No, I think they
Denver
lost.
won. Denver won.
They did win. Yeah.
They beat
Yeah.
Washington.
I mean, they're still beat up a little bit, but I'm going to take the over here. I think there's going to be some points scored in this game. It's 49. And like, you said, I think that Denver can easily get in there with the 20s. I think Dallas will definitely score in the 30s. So therefore that makes it easy for me to take the over.
All right. Let's see what our lovely fans have to say. Mike has the simple jack cut tonight. Cowboys will win easy. Denver blows. Dallas wins and covers. And everyone's going with the Cowboys. It's pretty
And
much
Dak's back too, so that helps. I mean, they've covered, I think, every time Dak's played. So
does that hurt your feelings when they make fun of your haircut like that?
I don't really care. I've had it for 37 years, 38 years, 38, 37. I don't even know. I lost track. But yeah.
Oh, you used to have a skater cut when you were little.
No, I had the same.
Like a little mushroom haircut.
Used to part it. Could part it here. I just, didn't part it. There you go. There's the part. Missed it.
All right. Next game is the Buffalo Bills at the Jacksonville Jaguars, coming from a cloudy Jacksonville, Florida, at TIAA Bank Field. Urban Meyer has his team in the tailspin here. So I do think that Trevor Lawrence maybe could get some touchdown passes here along the way. The Bills are looking like one of the dominant teams in the AFC. They should win this very easily. I think the over-under is very small. That's why I'm going to take the over in this one. Take it 48.5. I think about 75% of that is going to be covered by the Bills score, but I do like the over here. What do you like?
Yeah, I think that can happen too. I just think that, Buffalo's a little strong. I just don't know how much. I mean, Buffalo's defense is really good. So, is Buffalo going to put up 35 points and then the others? I don't really. I just took Buffalo here. I think they're going to be easy cover here. So
take the Bills minus 14.5. All right. Is Knox back? Dawson Knox. Is he back, Mike?
No.
Let's see. We got a congrats to Mike on your hole-in-one. What is that supposed to mean?
Thank you. I was playing PlayStation today and got a hole-in-one today. Pretty happy.
Bob says too many points. How the hell did you get a hole-in-one PlayStation?
I'm good.
You're that good at it?
I guess so, apparently.
Did you make your own guy, or are you playing as a golfer?
No, you make your own.
Oh, really? Does it look like you?
No.
No?
Random it. I don't have time for that.
All right. All right, next game is the Minnesota Vikings at the Baltimore Ravens, coming from M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. It's going to be another overcast game. It seems like there's a lot of cloudy games this weekend. And these are two teams that I think both have decent offenses here. I think that Dalvin Cook can run the ball. The Ravens have some injuries, like with Latavius Murray. And so, I mean, it's a little bit of a question what's going on in that backfield with the Ravens. Of course, with Lamar Jackson rushing yards can come at a premium from him because he can just run the ball on his own. I feel this game is going to be pretty high scoring, and I thought the game last week between the Vikings and the Cowboys would be high scoring. It really wasn't, but I'm just going to go against that and take the over, which is 50. Still a decent number. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I like the over here too. That was one that I was thinking about, but then I was looking. I was like, Baltimore. They play really well against NFC teams like that. So I'm going to take the points here at 6. I think it's pretty easy here, so I'm going to take the Ravens taking 6.
All right, guys. Let's play a game with the chat and with you, Mike. It's called Guess the Brewski. What kind of beer do you think I'm drinking right now?
I have no idea.
Light of Coors Light.
Okay.
And what am I going to have for my next one?
I don't care. I don't really know.
Bob loves the Ravens. Lamar will have a big week. He's 11-0 against NFC teams. Bob says I'm drinking a Zima. Mad Elf from Pat. See what Justin has to say. Drinking hard place to win Baltimore. Red Dog. I'm going to have a Miller Lite. Keep it easy for the next one. All right, next game is the Las Vegas Raiders at the New York Giants, coming from MetLife Stadium. Another cloudy game in the Northeast this weekend. Should be some nice cloudy, cool fall weather. A good time for some chili and a blanket. With that being said, look at the Las Vegas Raiders. They are coming off a really emotional month, you can say. I mean, they lost their head coach due to the past emails that were sent out. Their stud wide receiver, who they got in the first round, who's been kind of a bust, admittingly, but he, it was in a horrible car accident resulting in the death of somebody. He's probably going to go to jail. He's probably going to ruin his life and his career. But I love how the Raiders have been playing under this interim head coach, though. And I mean, you could think they could be a little distracted here with all the situations that are happening in their complex that I actually went to, and we all know that they closed me out in the cold in Las Vegas. I should want to be vengeful, and I should want to pick against this team, but I can't do it. I'm taking the Raiders -3. I can see them doing to the Giants what they did to the Eagles a couple weeks ago. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're going to win. But the Giants, if you really look at the Giants, like they can have easily won 5 games this year. And, obviously their record doesn't show it, but they're going to play tight here. And I just think they're going to keep this close. Thinking maybe like a, 1-2 point game. So I'm going to take the Giants with the points. But I do think the Raiders win this, but I like the 3. So.
All right. Let's see what these guys had to say here. Kind of like the Giants here. Look at that. Bob's with Big Blue. Coming off a bye, Raiders. I agree with that, Justin. Henry Riggs, isn't it Ruggs? Can be dropped in all formats. There you go. He fixed it. Raiders red zone D stinks. I do agree with that. He can be dropped in all formats. It's kind of disgusting what happened. I really feel bad for him, and I feel bad. I don't feel bad for him. I feel bad for the victim mostly. So, our next game is the Cleveland Browns at the Cincinnati Bengals. Coming from you from Cincinnati, Ohio, this Sunday at 1 p.m. This is a clear game, and the Bengals were embarrassed last week against the Jets. I mean, I don't know what to say there. I think that maybe they were looking ahead to this game, perhaps, which is a rivalry matchup between two teams that could be in it at the end for the AFC North. With that being said, I like the home team here. I'm taking the Bengals -2. Big fan of Jamar Chase. Big fan of that offense. Joe Burrow coming in at quarterback. He's looking pretty good as a young player there. But I think they're going to bounce back from last week, and we'll see what this team can do. And I'm going to pick them. What do you think?
So you seem to think that they were overlooking the Jets and looking to the next week, and I seem to think that they're just overrated. That's my opinion with them, and I think Cleveland wins this. They have no distractions now. OBJ's gone. They have a lot to prove now without him there, so I think this is an easy take for them. I think the Browns win this one. They rely on Chubb, obviously. Mayfield, I think will step it up a little bit here. I like the Browns' defense if they can get their guys back and healthy, so I'm going to take them to win this game.
And they can take the Browns and win the game and all, and I can understand that. I don't know why they're considered underdogs here, but I think Baker Mayfield has been pretty much underperforming this year. He hasn't looked as good. I mean, you can say that OBJ did miss some wide open. He missed some wide open throws that he should have definitely gone. But I think that Baker Mayfield is looking like he's looking like he did great last year. I mean, they were able to make the playoffs without OBJ. Maybe they can do that again, but I just think that the Bengals are a team on the rise, and that's why I like them in this one. All right, let's see what our audience has to say. He likes the Browns win. Baker will play better without OBJ. Awful loss to the Bengals last week, and the Browns need this game. Tough one. Bengals in a close one. Browns looking like old. Bengals with the win. Bengals have the better quarterback. I can see that.
Burrow is very good.
I am impressed with what he has shown, but
Chase is very good.
Love Jamar Chase.
Very good.
I mean, it's funny when you think about it, you go back to the beginning of the season,
the drops, and everything.
He doesn't know how to catch the NFL ball. That just seems ridiculous now when he's one of the best receivers in the league as a rookie. So on to the next game. It's the New England Patriots at the Carolina Panthers, coming to you live from Charlotte this weekend. And the Patriots with a very, very, very impressive win last week against the Los Angeles Chargers in Los Angeles. I didn't think Mac Jones had it in him. I didn't think he could go to across the country and lead his team to the victory, pull off a big upset against the Chargers. With that being said, moving on to the Panthers, I don't think that they're a very good team. I think they won last week, but they were underdogs last week against the Falcons. They did end up winning. I just think that Belichick and company is going to go down to the Panthers to go and stomp them and win by at least 10 points. What do you think?
Yeah, I think they're going to win this too. I mean, Carolina played Atlanta last week and they won. I do think Carolina, I think Darnold's playing. I think McCaffrey's playing. I don't think they're definite yet, but with them on the rise, I think that this can be, high scoring. I was taking the Patriots kind of being this kind of under team, and they haven't really proved it in the past couple weeks. So I'm going to take the over here because I think there will be points scored. I can definitely see, Carolina putting up 17-20, points on them. And then, the Pats putting up 23, 24, something like that. So that's the over. I'll take over 41 any day.
41 points is ridiculous. I mean, how could you? That's very low.
The Patriots were averaging 17 2 weeks ago, and then they had those big, the big last 2 weeks, which just kind of took the outlier there. So, I mean, they've really only been averaging about 17 points. So it does kind of make sense, but I just look at what they've been doing lately.
All right. So Bob thinks the Pats are going to win this game. I agree with him on that one. Panthers are a fraud, and the Pats are getting hot. CMC going to hurt that ham again, like me running down to first. Is that a true story?
Oh, he hurt us. He's probably still hurt from that hammy.
Did this happen in wiffle ball, or did it happen in actual?
No, it happened in the Wood Bat League.
Really? That's what happens when you get old. Just give Damian Harris the ball. Yeah, I don't get it. I mean, they have so many different running backs in that team that you would think just keep it with one guy. Like they haven't had a running back where just one guy since like Corey Dillon.
I mean, they are. I mean, he's really solidified himself as the back. I mean, he's playing 70% of the snaps there, so he really has solidified himself.
All right, so this is our last 1:00 game. It is the Houston Texans at the Miami Dolphins. It's coming live from Hard Rock Stadium. I've heard some people in the audience like this as a survivor pool pick. What I'm going to say here is that with Tyrod Taylor coming back, I'm going to take the Texans on the money line at plus 190. The Dolphins have made a serious regression from last season where they were looking like playoff contenders. It looked like Brian Flores, as Bob would say, excellent coaching. He is a great coach. I do respect him, but he's not looking like a good coach this year. I don't know what to say about this team. The Eagles are going to get their first round pick, which could be a top 3 pick. But I'm hoping maybe this is just wishful thinking on my end, hoping the Dolphins continue to lose. But I'm just going to take the Texans on the money line. It's a high underdog, and I do like the fact that Tyrod Taylor is coming back. I think he has the ability to lead this team to victory, even with the subtraction of Mark Ingram, and he looks like he even upset. He upset some of his players by Mark Ingram gone, but I do like the Texans here. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I don't think Ingram's really much of a loss for that team. But yeah, I mean, I like Taylor. I think he's a quarterback that can definitely lead the team, and that's why I think they're going to keep this game close. Obviously, as Eagles fans, we would like the Dolphins to lose this game. Unfortunately, I don't see that happening. But 5.5 to me is just too much. I could see this being like a 4-point game, so I'm going to take the Texans getting 5.5 here. I think Tua and Waddle's going to have a big game this week. He's a guy that I'm kind of keeping on my radar. I think they're going to kind of take it to him a little bit, but I think the Texans keep it close and maybe get a backdoor cover.
Brandon Cook seems so angry about him losing his teammate Mark Ingram. It's almost as bad as it was the worst teammate reaction from since when Marshall Lynch reacted horribly when who was the kick returner that the Seahawks had? He used to play on. He was traded to the Bills. He was in the Vikings. I forget his name. Percy Harvin. When the Seahawks let Percy Harvin go, traded him. Marshall Lynch got really upset about that.
I mean, this is different, though. Houston has no shot at the playoffs. So, I mean, if you're going to get value for somebody, you might as well get value. I mean, I can see if he's a locker room guy and, this and that. But, you got to do what you got to do as a business. And he wasn't going to be no keeper and play next year and the year after. So, I mean, you got to kind of cut your losses a little bit.
Can you confirm this? Rumor is next week the Bishop will make some guest picks. No? Justin says it'll be a tie game. If the Dolphins lose this game, that pick should be the number 2 pick. Kyle's loves Tyrod.
I do. He was the man.
Tyrod or mustache?
I'm definitely picking Minshew. There's no question.
Really, you love Tyrod Taylor that much, huh?
I do like to. Yeah, a lot. He's a winner, man. He knows. He loves throwing the tight ends too. I think that's a lot to it.
Tight ends because you played tight end.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Knows how to utilize them.
Next game we're going on to the 4:00 games live from Lincoln Financial Field at Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It'll be the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles off a big win last week, and the Chargers coming off a loss to the Patriots. That being said, I really, in my heart of hearts, I can't pick the Eagles for this one. I mean, they stomped the Lions last week, but I cannot take the Eagles. I think that the Chargers are going to throw all over them. That's why I think that, like I said, I think maybe the Chargers put up 40 points this week. I think I'm taking it over here, 49.5. What do you think, Mike?
So this is a tough one for me, and I think there's a lot of people that are going back and forth on this. And as I kind of look through it, I'm going to take the Eagles here. I think they're going to actually win. There's a lot of stuff factoring into this. But I mean, like I said, it all relies on, yes, they beat Detroit last week and, they stink, but they played really well. And then, everybody's going to keep saying they ran the ball. There's a lot of experts on this too, and they're all taking the Eagles pretty early here. So I know there's a shift kind of coming to Sunday. But the key factor for Sunday's game was the Eagles not committing penalties. And if they can continue that on Sunday, they're going to win the game. I mean, Herbert's struggling, and if you look, the defense with their running, I think that Herbert's going to have a good day. I don't think he's going to have a big day. They're not Mike Williams. I do not believe he's going to have that, big breakout, 3 catches for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns kind of game. So I think they're going to keep it under wraps. If they can run the ball, keep it close, and not commit penalties, I think the Eagles win this game. So I'm going to take them here.
So do you think that the Eagles are actually going to win, or are you doing this to troll me right now?
No, I think that they're actually going to win this game. I think a lot of people are thinking, oh my gosh, the Chargers are going to destroy them, this and that. And I actually think that they're going to win this game.
All right, let's go to the audience. Eagles keep it close but lose by 7. Okay. Chargers win this by 7 to 10 points. Chargers are last in run D, so first we'll throw it 40.
You also know that the Chargers' top cornerbacks are out.
That's true, yeah. The top cornerbacks are out. We ran the ball against a terrible team. Fluke. I think it is.
I don't believe it is.
You don't think it's a fluke, huh?
I don't think it's a fluke, no.
Look at this guy. He's a big Eagles fan all of a sudden.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I'm just looking at things of how it's going to work. And like I said, if they continue to run the ball and they do what they need to do, I think it's going to be fine. But like I said, it comes down to penalties. We've watched them time and time before just commit stupid penalties and terrible penalties. And if they can eliminate that, I think they win the game. If they don't, if they have 7, 8 penalties for 60, 70 yards, they're going to lose the game. So I think that's what it comes down to.
All right, chat. What's the next beer I'm going to drink? Tell me. Mike, what do you think?
I don't really care, personally. I'm sorry.
Oh. Why not?
As I don't care.
Chat, what do you think? Last week, Mike wanted the Eagles to lose every game, and this week he's like, swoop.
So I figure, you know what? They're still going to get a mid-tier pick. They're going to get the Dolphins' top 10 picks. So, I'm kind of rooting for them now. I'm back on board. I was hoping if they lose to them, so I'm back.
No, we're skipping Bud. This time is the Coors Banquet. Have you ever had Coors Banquet before?
I believe so.
Do you enjoy it?
So, I mean, I don't really drink. So,
do you like sausage?
I'm a water person. Yes, sausage and garlic pizza. Very good.
All right, next game is the Green Bay Packers at the Kansas City Chiefs. An afternoon matchup that has taken a big hit this week with Aaron Rodgers being tested positive for COVID after telling the media that he was vaccinated at the beginning of the season. I mean, this watching the spin on here is ridiculous because he just can't admit that he was kind of being misleading, which I think is funny. Looking at the game itself, Jordan Love making his first ever start in the NFL. There couldn't be any more of a pressure-packed situation like this. The team is 7-1, going into Arrowhead Stadium, one of the most loudest stadiums in the NFL, with a team that is desperate in need of a win. If they lose, then they're going to go back to having a losing record again. The Chiefs have done a horrible job of covering the spread. I think that maybe this game, maybe it's just wondrous thinking on my end, but I think that Jordan Love is going to show the Packers that they don't need Aaron Rodgers. This is my hot dog of the week, taking the Packers on the money line at plus 270 as a high underdog. What do you think?
I mean, I can see them keeping it close. I mean, the Chiefs, we don't know what's wrong with them. I mean, we just don't know. The line just doesn't look there. Mahomes he doesn't look comfortable back there. He's rushing out of the pocket too early. So this you could be right. I mean, it's a good guess. It's a big dog. But I mean, yeah, I think that it's going to stay close. And I took the Chiefs here, laying the points, and I kind of don't understand why, because I don't think they've covered in like the last 30 games. I have no clue. But last week they should have lost. I mean,
should have lost.
the Giants should have won that game. Like they should have lost that game, and they won. So I'm hoping that this is like the get back game. Like, hey, like we really need to fine tune this because there's no better time to do it than right now. I mean, Jair Alexander's still out for Green Bay. I think that this is a time where Tyreek Hill has to shine, and so I'm taking them with the points here.
All right.
Not very confident.
Let's see what this audience has to say. All right. Cause some more unclear about the Eagles draft status as the government is about this guy. Mike drinks beers halfway, then dumps it out. Is that true?
I guess like maybe 10 years ago, yeah.
Coors Originals garbage. I like the banquet. I think it's pretty good. No Rodgers, no win. I think that's what the league wants you to think. That's probably what Vegas wants you to think is that no Rodgers, no win. That's why I'm going on the Packers on this one.
Look, it was a 6-point swing. It was 1.5 when Rodgers was playing. So
yeah, Rodgers wouldn't take the jabs, and now Rodgers going to give him the reverse jab. What the heck is that supposed to mean? Do you wish was more to? What does that mean? More to love? What does that mean?
I'm guessing that's what it meant. Yes.
I'm done betting the Chiefs. They cost me too much money. Bob, what does that mean?
I think that's what it meant.
Mortal, I don't get that. Mortal lock?
Mortal love. You said it.
All right. Whatever you said.
I think. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's go to the next game. It's the Arizona Cardinals at the San Francisco 49ers. Coming from Levi Stadium. It's going to be a nice, clear day. I don't know if Trey Lance is going to make an appearance. That's what I heard, that they're sticking with one quarterback. What are you doing in fantasy, Mike? Are you going to pick up a quarterback?
No.
You're going to stick Trey Lance in the lineup?
No.
Who's your quarterback?
Who do I have? I picked somebody up.
You put Trey Lance in the starting lineup right now.
Oh yeah, I did. I have somebody on the waivers. I forget.
Oh, well, everybody put in a waiver claim for quarterback so he doesn't get who he wants.
That's fine. If not, I'll have Trey. He'll come in for like one play, get 6 yards and a touchdown, so I'll be fine with that.
It's funny because I actually started Mike White in another league, and he ended up getting injured after having a great opening drive. But here we have a 7-1 team in the Arizona Cardinals who lost last Thursday night playing the 49ers. And you're going to want to think this is an under game because I think when these games played last year towards the end of the year, I had Kyler Murray playing, and it was in the championship game. He didn't put up any freaking points, and I was so angry. It was such a low-scoring game. George Kittle didn't do anything. And I can see the exact opposite happening this year. I think the Cardinals look incredible. It's such a low over at 45. I'm just going to take it. So I think that maybe this game goes something like 30-20. I think the Cardinals are going to win this one. I can see this being a high-scoring matchup between the two division rivals. What do you think?
So I think the exact opposite. So I think this is going to be a low-scoring game. I'm actually changing mine right now. I meant to text you and I forgot. San Fran's going to win this game. So I'm going to take them laying the points. I think I took the under. Yeah, I think I took the under on this, but I'm changing it. I took the under. Yeah, I think the under is going to happen, but I'm changing it because I'm going to take San Fran here. I think that's more of a chance to happen than the.
Well, I mean, like, do you want to beat me? Why don't you just have some guts and take them on the money line?
What do you mean? They're negative. It's -2. They're laying the points. Arizona's not favored. San Fran's favored.
Why would that be?
Because Kyler Murray is not playing.
Oh, he's not? That's right, no. He's not.
So that's why I'm looking at this game as the under, kind of how things are going to work. And yeah, so that's why I'm taking that. I'm going to take San Fran laying the 2 here. First game was close even with them playing. I mean, San Fran played them tight, so I think they win this game.
Get out of here. Who's the backup quarterback for the Cardinals?
Is it Colt McCoy?
He's not that bad.
I don't know.
All right, let's see what this audience has. Oh, yeah, look at this freaking guy. It is more to love. Thank you, Bob. That was hilarious. Niners going to win. I agree with that.
Their backup quarterback is Colt McCoy.
Niners, yeah. Not the first time Kaz backed into SF. Colt McCoy, yeah. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I kind of think that even with Colt McCoy as the starting quarterback, I would still think the Cardinals would be favored. They still have a really good defense, even with J.J. Watt out. Chandler Jones is beast in it.
All right. Stick with it.
Next game, it's the Tennessee Titans at the Los Angeles Rams. This is the game of the week. It's coming from SoFi Stadium in Inglewood under the dome. Hopefully, there's no bad weather this week, which delays the game like that happened last time they played in prime time. That being said, you know the Tennessee Titans, they always play up to their tough competition. They always play down to the teams they're supposed to beat. That ended last week because they were supposed to be. They were actually underdogs against Colts. I don't know why they were underdogs, but I kind of figured they were the better team to begin with. They're losing. They're missing Derrick Henry. They have Adrian Peterson coming off the streets, who is incredible at 36 years old, still playing freaking football, and hopefully could be at a high level. Who knows? I think they have Jeremy Mcnichol as the starting running back now. I picked him off of waivers. I don't think much of him. I think that Ryan Tannehill is going to have a more improved game. Hopefully, thrown to the tight ends because you don't want to throw to Jalen Ramsey. I mean, I'm amazed at what the Rams have been able to do. There's this meme with Les Snead going.
When they have Von Miller now.
F them draft picks where they basically trade every single draft pick. They have Von Miller, Jalen Ramsey. They have Matthew Stafford as a quarterback, Aaron Donald. They're taking a serious push for the Super Bowl. And if they don't get to the Super Bowl this year, then that's definitely a huge misstep on the Rams. They have a fresh, young, motivated head coach there. With the team that the general manager was able to put together with trading these draft picks, it's not like they're building from within. I mean, Darren Henderson, he's a good running back. I mean, you can say that they're building from within with him. But look who they have. I mean, that defensive line should be getting pressure constantly when you have guys like with Aaron Donald out there, and a former MVP like Von Miller. That's or defensive MVP like Von Miller coming in mid-season. They are in it to win it. That's called risking it to get the biscuit. So, with that being said, I think the Titans here are a team, like I said, plays up to their competition. I'm going to take them not on the outright though. I'm going to take them +7. What do you think?
Yeah, so I think I don't know. I mean, this is going to be a good one. I do think the Titans are going to do better than people think they are. I think they're going to put up 20-some points. I was looking at the over on this, but it was like 54, and I think it was 54 somewhere around there. And I was like, I just don't know. But I'm gonna take the Rams here, laying the points. I think that like I said, I don't think it doesn't have anything really to do with Henry being out. I think Tannehill is going to be fine. I think Julio's going to be back. AJ Brown's going to play. So I do think they put up some points, but I just think Stafford's going to be too much, and Cooper Kupp is he's amazing. So I just think that's
your boy Cooper Kupp.
He's the man. Yeah.
Did you watch Mighty Ducks Game Changers this year?
No, have not.
It was a good show. I really enjoyed it. It's a shame that Emilio Estevez is not coming back next year because he wouldn't get the jab. So I'm depressed about that. Let's see what these guys have to say. The Titans are due for an L. Rams, kind of big here. Titans in an upset. My Gat Dog of the week. AJ Brown is questionable. Sounds like a game time decision.
Yeah, he'll play.
Stafford lights it up. Rams over Titans. What type of biscuit did you keep referencing? I like the Red Lobster. I don't
they are really good.
KFC biscuits are okay. But I like the Red Lobster with the cheddar way better.
Can't beat the old all-you-can-eat ribs. Garlic bread.
Where's that at?
The garlic bread.
All you can eat ribs is the place you guys like. Big heads. Julio stinks. He does this year. Cause is totally
Wait, he just spent like 5 minutes talking about how the Rams are so good, and then he's taking the Titans. I was confused.
He's not talking about that. He's talking about the small talk. You're not interested in talking.
Yeah, no small talk.
Why?
I'm in the business.
What business?
I'm tired.
Okay, we'll just get to the last game then.
So we started later than usual, and I turned into a pumpkin after 10 o'clock.
Well, Mike, it's freaking 9:15 we started. It's 5 minutes to 10 right now.
No, we started at 9:20.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Okay. So our next game is the Chicago Bears at the Pittsburgh Steelers from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I took the Steelers as a dog last week, and I was really, really, I was really pleased with what I saw. That being said, I don't know why I'm even doing this. This is probably a stupid thing because I do this all the freaking time. The Bears don't look like a good team this year. But you got to risk it at the biscuit. I'm taking the Bears on money line plus 200, which is a high underdog. No idea why I'm doing this. Probably a really stupid decision on my end. But, I mean, I don't know. Do you know if Khalil Mack is out again this week? I hope not.
I don't know. That's a good question. I have no idea. I know Nagy's back.
Oh, then that's probably worse for the Bears.
Let me see. I don't know.
But, like, seriously, I mean, I think that the Bears, I like Justin Fields. I like what I've seen from him so far. I mean, there's times in the game, like when he played the Packers a couple weeks back, where he looked like they were done, and he just, he fought hard in them. And I
Says he still hasn't returned to practice.
Oh, so he's probably out this week. So
Probably,
I think, I don't care. I mean, I'm just, like I said, you gotta get that Red Lobster biscuit. You gotta risk it. What do you think, Mike?
I mean, I think it's who knows? It's the Steelers. We don't know the type of team that they are. You don't know if Big Ben's going to come out and do what he does or do what he does. We don't know what he does. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the big team where nobody has any clue of what team's going to come about. I can see the Bears covering here. I don't know. This game is tough here. I think I don't even know who I took. What did I take? Pittsburgh. I took Pittsburgh laying the 6 here,
right.
and I was back and forth. Like I was with the Bears getting the points, and then I was just going back and forth, and I don't know. I mean, I was considering taking the under here. I think the under's like what 39.
The under is 39.
39. Like I was considering taking the under here because I just don't see anybody scoring 20 points. You know, and I was like looking at that, and I was like, you know what? Let's just go with Pittsburgh. It's going to be like a defensive touchdown, and they're going to win like 14-6 or something like that. Like, I don't know, but
well, I have a couple of questions for you. What do you have against Chase Claypool?
Nothing. I never. They utilize him, but he's not a big guy. He's not a guy that's Deontay Johnson's their guy. Like it's a PPR. You know, if it's a half or a standard, I'm fine with Claypool, but in PPR, I don't think he's the guy that's going to get 7 to 8 catches. I mean, Freiermuth's he's playing a lot better now, and he's getting more targets, and Deontay steals targets, and now she gets targets. So right there, combined with them, there's 18 to 20 targets right there. So what's Claypool get? So that's just, you know, why I'm off him. I think he's got a lot of talent, but I'm not on him in the PPR.
And what do you have against people playing the flex position on Thursday night?
It's bogus. It's if there's any time that it's going to happen where somebody gets injured on practice or something like that, you know, they're the ones that complain, oh, I don't know what to do. Well, you're not supposed to play a player on flex. It's the number one rule. And for doing that, you should get points off. You should get half the points that player scores.
All right.
That's my opinion, right?
They have some interesting points here. They said the Constellar picks has been garbage. What's up?
They've been bad. It's been a rough year for me. Last year, I think I did so well, and this year it's definitely balancing itself out. But I mean, last night though, I liked the Ty Johnson thing, and then the quarterback went down. It got hurt.
Fucking rap. I'm sorry.
Take Waddle this week.
Language. The Raptors lost. Come on. And so there's 2 down for my NBA picks this week. All right. Bears are trash. Their unis are only redeeming quality. Steelers edge the win. Big Ben stinks, though. You think a guy named Big Ben would know when it's time to retire?
Well, I definitely think
that's pretty funny.
I definitely think that this is his last year. That's for sure.
Did you just chug that banquet? No, I had a few sips of it. This game is Mr. Stinky. It probably is. Stink lines and everything.
Yeah, but you know, like I'm telling you, these night games have been great.
Claypool is a better base player than wide receiver.
He must be in a band. I don't know.
It's a bad play, almost like spending all your free agent money in October. That's a knock on you.
That is 1,000% everything that I do every single year, and I constantly say in the offseason, what am I going to do? Save my money. And then what do? I blow my money all the way time. I have some fab money left this time, and it's November, so I'm proud of myself.
You have $9 left.
Hey, you know, that's 9 more than I think that's 7 more than I had last year. So proud of myself.
You always say, you go, oh, it's good to draft a team, but you got to be a good manager during the season.
You do. I'm a good manager. I just mismanage the money.
Cos needs to be more injured list. What is that supposed to mean?
Cos needs to be more. I don't know.
What's IL?
Injured list, right? I don't know.
Hey guys, I got a big surprise for you. Are you ready to get to the segments, Mike?
Sure.
It's time for Hot Dog of the Week.
Is that a pretzel?
No, the hot dog.
I don't. Do you have? Are you a mustard or ketchup person, or both?
I put both on it. I don't care what people say.
I'm just not a big ketchup guy. But do you put onions on there or relish?
Rodeo burger.
Yeah.
It was terrifying.
Are you a relish or onions person, or are you just straight ketchup, mustard, and that's it?
Both. I just put ketchup and mustard on it. Sometimes I put mayo on it, and maybe sometimes hot sauce if I'm in
You
the
put
mood.
mayo on it. That is new, and I love mayo. But wow.
Did you like the surprise, or did that offend you?
No, I didn't. It was definitely unexpected. That's for sure.
All right, so my hot dog of the week is going to be. Who did I say? I said there was someone before.
You had a lot of them. You had the Bears.
I'm taking the Titans as the hot dog of the week.
Yeah, you had the Bears, Titans. Yeah.
Who do you think?
I mean, the Browns are a low one. I definitely think they're going to do it. But if I have to take one, I'm going to take the Texans. Just beating, with Tyrod coming back, and it's kind of there. So,
though.
Huh?
They're underdogs. Okay.
Yeah, 5.5. So I'm going to take them as a big one. I think, like I said, if I had to take one, definitely is like a just one chance. I would take Cleveland because I think Cleveland's going to win.
Is that true, Dolan? Hot dogs and Miller Lite don't want to be Joe's toilet. Miller Lite's not that bad for you, Pat. Come on, it's not like it's butt heavy. All right, you ready to get to the mega parlays?
We have not hit, have we?
We have not hit yet.
This is the latest we've gone without this because we've usually always get one early at least.
That's weird, yeah. All right, well, here's my mega parlay. I'm just going to go with teams this week. I'm not going to do any type of over-unders, and I'm going to go with favorites, lay in the points, take the Cowboys -10, the Raiders -3, the Bengals -2, and the Patriots -4. It's plus 1177. I'm looking for it, guys. I really want to finally hit that mega parlay. What do you think, Mike?
So I like I said, the one I really like is the over. I really like the over here in the Patriots Panthers game. I love the Ravens, laying the 6. I took the Bills. I mean, they're playing Jacksonville. Do I really have to they should win by 20, right? Like it's Jacksonville. They're really bad. I don't know. And then I'm taking the Browns. I'm just going. That's the one that I think is going to get me. But watch the Bills win by 5. I don't know. It's the Bills. Are they going to lose? I don't know. Trevor Lawrence, I like, but do you really think? I mean, the problem is that game is in Jacksonville, right? So, Is there going to be weather? I guess the weather looked good because every game's sunny, right? There's no real weather issues this week.
No, there's not. They're mostly either sunny or overcast, but nothing.
That's good.
Rain. A lot of chemical reactions going on. There's no chemical reactions. I don't have.
Was that your dinner?
Or was that hot dogs just dinner? But that was a leftover. But I wanted to show all my fans, if we're going to do a hot dog of the week, gotta have a freaking hot dog.
Did you grill it?
I boiled it actually this time.
Boiled it.
How come when you cook hamburgers, you like to make you stick them in there for 20 minutes?
What do you mean?
You slow cook them. What do you do that for?
Who slow cooks hamburgers?
You slow cook hamburgers.
Me, I like to eat them rare.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I always saw you kept them in there for a really long time.
Oh no!
One time you made a hamburger for me. It was like that.
No. I must have made a mistake. I don't know. See, there you go.
Bob's gonna talk about my manliness here. I guess he's gonna make fun of me because I'm freaking boiling hot dogs. What's wrong with that? This is how they make them when you go to the ballpark. Steamed hams. Where's Mark Caniglio at? Mark Ham. I don't want to freaking say his real name on here. We might get in trouble.
They have a game? I don't know.
They play tomorrow.
Oh. I don't know.
Supposedly somebody wanted the game was supposed to be on Thursday, but somebody
Maybe he didn't like our picks because we're struggling. This is a tough week. I'm not very confident, by the way, with a lot of these. This is a tough week. I thought this is one of the hardest weeks we've had.
Yeah, he's getting ready for a game tomorrow. Do you think he's having a pasta party with the kids?
I don't know if they do those anymore. I mean, obviously, the times we have now, I doubt they're doing it, but I don't know if they've been doing them.
What's wrong? Are kids allergic?
I think when we were there, it was more of like a team thing. I don't know. They were fun. I enjoyed those
parties.
I thought they were. That was definitely cool. It was definitely nice team camaraderie. But I didn't. I guess they still do that.
Wings,
when we were there, coaching, I think we did it as we used to get it catered, and we used to just bring them in to the school
and have it in the cafeteria.
Yeah, and we used to just have it catered, and they wouldn't go to individuals' houses. But I guess, I don't know. Things changed.
Yeah, you never know what can happen nowadays with creepy people out there. So you want to go to people's houses. Plus, you don't want to rely on the parents having to clean them up and at the houses themselves.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. I mean, it's a lot of it's like hosting Thanksgiving, hosting that. It's a lot of work.
Who do you guys think had the best pasta party? How about you tell us in the comments?
I don't even remember.
Brad Jenkins had a good.
That was a good one.
Party. That was I'm not like that's the most memorable pasta party in the history of my time at Steiner. Probably it's freaking Brad Jenkins because he wasn't there for it.
That's right.
He wasn't there at his own pasta party because he was interviewing Tribe Called Quest.
Yep.
And yeah, we had lo mein.
Yeah, it was good.
Let's see. Bob says they still do them.
Oh wow,
free pasta,
that's interesting.
Free diarrhea.
I'm sure they don't still do the wings and everything that's there.
Look at Bob. Look who he likes. Who he said is the best one.
I used to eat wings and meatballs.
I like Staub's house. I like this basement.
I don't remember any of that. I have zero recollection of any of that. I have a terrible memory. You guys can talk about these games that happen and remember what happened in each quarter, and I don't even remember playing that team. And I was never diagnosed with a concussion, so I don't know what's wrong with me, but I don't remember any of this stuff that you guys talk about. I do remember the pasta party, though.
You know what I remember most about Staub's pasta party is that we played laser tag.
I don't remember any of that at all.
We went to play laser tag. I think
was I there?
You were on your crutches at this time, so probably not.
Okay, yeah, then that's why I don't remember.
So Bob, what did you like so much about Staub's? CTE, Mike, too many chair shots.
I did. I took a lot of them.
Hard to fit memories in your pinhead. Well, he's insulting me.
Well, I thought my awesome haircut would keep the memories in there, but apparently not.
How come it took you 6 months to recover from your foot injury in junior year of high school when most people take 2 months?
That was a Lisfranc fracture. That actually takes longer. That was a Lisfranc fracture. It actually the fact that I came back early, that was actually early that I came back after that.
The towels in the bathroom. What the hell is that supposed to mean? Some haircut issues. I gotta make fun of your haircut.
That's my wife. You're making fun of my wife. She cut it. I thought she did a good job.
Have you gotten a haircut from an actual person?
Oh yeah, I used to go all the time, but when COVID hit, we just figure we'll do it here.
It wasn't Bob's fault. Stop freaking blaming him.
It was Bob's fault.
How was it Bob's fault?
He'll admit it.
Did he jump on you on the pile? What's like to coach football? Do you still enjoy it as much as you have?
Yeah, I do. I thoroughly enjoy it.
Are the parents really nice at your school you work at?
Yeah, I like it.
But
he didn't miss his block. He made the block. He just didn't continue with the block. And as I ran past from breaking a tackle, his guy grabbed onto my leg and I got pushed and it hurt pretty bad.
Yeah, but that's not freaking Bob's fault if you got tackled.
No, but I have to blame somebody, right? I can't blame myself. Fun fact, that's also the only fumble I've ever had in my career.
I can picture you guys getting really good food after the games.
Really good food, yeah. Oh, it's very good. It's tailgate. It depends where we go, but it's really good.
Well, who pays for it? The parents or the coaches?
Parents. It's like college. It's basically, I feel like I'm back in college.
So give me an example of where you go to after games.
What do you mean?
Like, where do you go where do the parents take you?
Nowhere. There's just a bunch of tables set up, and there's just a bunch of food. There's there's wings, there's sandwiches, there's pizza, there's desserts, there's it's whatever you want.
Worst injury.
Oh, that the torn patellar tendon. There's nothing stops. I would have to rank it as the torn patellar tendon, the high ankle sprain was worse than my list. Frank fracture. The patella tendon was by far the worst, but the high ankle sprain was the second one. That one was awful. That was really bad. Like the Liz Frank run, I was just in a boot, so it wasn't like I was in like a cast for a little while. But yeah.
Wait a second. What you said you had? What was the most painful one you had?
The when I tore my patellar tendon and then the high ankle sprain.
When did you get the high ankle sprain?
That was when I was playing running back at in Kutztown, and that was one of the most painful injuries I've ever had. I was out for like 6 to 8 weeks. It hurt so bad.
They make the food. You got Chick-fil-A after the way.
We did get one. Yeah,
it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Well, Bob, what was your worst injury? This is interesting. It's a shoot interview type thing.
His hammy.
Okay.
I think I teamed with your dad the one time in a tag team match and we won.
Bob, I'm not putting that on the screen. Come on, you know better. I'm putting that on the screen here. All right. Yes, hammy, only real injury you had.
That's not true.
You had a concussion too in wrestling.
Yep. What are you eating now?
A hot dog.
Oh, it's still the hot dog?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, Bob, that was probably really bad when you had a concussion that one time. I think that was today's episode was the most, let's see. You shut down the JWA all on your own.
Is that what we still call old wooden bet? We still call it sports related. Yeah. Hey.
The shoot interview episode.
What was yours?
My injury?
You never had it, right? Did you get hurt?
I had a splinter on my ass from sitting on the bench. That was the worst. Let us go home. It was Bob. Oh yeah, this Frank Con was bad. Yeah, hilarious.
I don't remember that.
I remember him breaking his finger.
I don't remember any of that.
Who, me?
I remember nothing.
Who had a red ass? Me?
Wasn't me. I never really got yelled at from him. I have how much? I have 5% left on my battery.
We'll plug it into the. I mean, you can go if you want. Do you want to leave? I'll stay on talking. I'll talk to the fans. Gat ripped you a lot sophomore year, cause.
I mean, that was my That I do. That's true. I was also thrust in there when I was the fourth string tight end, and all three people in front of me got hurt. So I was kind of thrust into the starting role and a terrible blocker.
Who got injured ahead of you? How were you the fourth string? I thought you were like the second string.
No. I was fourth.
Well, who was the starting tight end? Our sophomore year.
Yeah.
The most exciting part about this entire episode was us. Oh shit! I didn't want to do that. Ronnie at Y sold you out of the vending machine. What was that?
Oh, when I was getting I went to get a Powerade, and after getting a Powerade, it never came out. So I punched the vending machine, and that's when he was there, and kind of I ended up.
We lost Mike. This turn from lip picks in the memory lane. I'm calling it a night. The most exciting was going to be the Ham. Of course it was, because his brother was a coach. So, he's a great tight end, even better than Costello, who went to be All-State. But the most exciting part about this episode of Lip Picks is the fact that I have webcam jerk off wet girls are here in the comments section. I'm like, well, who the fuck's in here right now? Like, seriously. Oh, yeah, somebody's in the comments spamming it, putting jerk off wet girls are here. This is the most exciting part of the day. I don't even know who else is in here. Is Donald still in here? I think it's just me and you and this guy leaving jerk off things over here. I'm glad Costello's gone. He might get pissed off at me for talking about this kind of stuff. Okay. Well, I outlasted all you people. We're ending this broadcast. I want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in today, especially the people who are language. I get that one. Especially the people who are leaving, porn links on my freaking webpage. Like, no one else is going to freaking tune into this crap probably, but I want you all to stay lit, enjoy the hot dogs, have a great day. You're the best. You're all the greatest fans ever. Love you. Come in next week. Bye-bye.